Guys, Chris here. When it comes to Palantir stock, many investors have been very worried with Palantir Technologies. They've had a huge sell-off as of late, dipping almost 40% since reaching their all-time highs. They had an all-time high of around $40, and right now at the moment of the video, it's trading around $22.97. Now, there has been many reasons to why this has been dipping, but at the same time, many investors are very bullish on this company. One of the three main reasons is that they didn't perform too well when it came to their revenues and their earnings, right? They did report revenue increases, but they still had a net loss and a company loss for the quarter. So many investors were not too intrigued with the type of earnings they did report. They also had a lockup expiration date that insiders were allowed to sell their shares. Over $100 million worth of Palantir's shares have been sold by insiders. Obviously, that's a lot of money, so that did also cause a little bit of a dip. And also, the CEO of Palantir came out and stated that for investors that are willing to buy Palantir short term, you guys could find better options. Okay, so that does kind of bring some worrisome to some short-term investors or investors that do have Palantir in their portfolios, right? When the CEO does say something like that, it does bring up some questions. And right now, Palantir Technologies is trading around 20x their forward revenues, which is a pretty high evaluation for a lot of investors. So many investors do believe right now Palantir is overvalued. They have been increasing their revenues when it comes to different types of categories. For example, in government-based agencies, they have increased their revenues 85% year over year. Okay, and that's one of the biggest question marks when it also comes to investors, because many people believe that Palantir Technologies is not a well-rounded company because a lot of the revenue comes from government-based agencies. And when it comes to commercial-based agencies, they only had a 4% growth year over year. So many investors would like to see some sort of diversity or some sort of balance when it comes to the revenue growth, right? They would like to see more diversity when it comes to commercial and less of a growth when it comes to government-based agencies. They don't like to see that too much weight of Palantir is strictly on government agencies, okay? So that's one of the biggest questions for a lot of investors for Palantir. Palantir is still expected to grow 30% in revenue year over year for the next 2 years, which in a way, guys, is a pretty good thing because not many companies can increase their revenues 30% every other year or every year, right? They did have an increase of 47% revenue growth in year 2020. So a lot of investors are really expecting or really want 35 or even more than that to kind of balance out the valuation that Palantir currently has. So it's going to be kind of exciting to kind of see their next earnings and what type of numbers they do report quarter to quarter and year over year from the previous year. Okay, it's not going to be wow, or it's not going to have a lot of investors, fluttering to buy more and more shares of Palantir, but I know Palantir might perform better than what a lot of investors will expect. On April 14, Palantir will be hosting a demonstration they call Double Click, where they're going to show the different types of systems or how Foundry is used across 40 different types of industries, okay? In my opinion, this is going to be a very, very big first step for Palantir. They had their demo day in the previous quarter, which brought in a lot of new contracts and a lot of new clients. So this Double Click presentation could probably potentially bring a lot even more commercialized based agencies to kind of diversify Palantir and how well Foundry can actually be used in all different types of industries. So it's going to be kind of interesting just to see what happens on the demonstration day or the Double Click day and what type of response many people have after that as well. I do think it's going to be a lot of people's expectations and bring in a lot of revenue and bring in a lot of new clients as well. One of the biggest takeaways from Palantir when this dip is going on is that Catherine Woods has been adding more and more shares of Palantir to the ARK Innovation ETF. Catherine Woods has bought more than 3 million shares of Palantir, and now the weight of Palantir is about 1.75% in her ETF. Now they currently have around 5 million shares of Palantir in that ETF right now. So whenever you see some sort of a dip, and Catherine Woods believes is a pretty good price point to jump in, I'm pretty sure she's going to keep on building up her position when it comes to Palantir, because again, guys, when it comes to Palantir, Palantir is a long-term hold. You're not going to see, really big increases in revenue or really big increases in shareholder value short term, okay? Yes, it did happen when it first got IPO'd and it did go up to like $40, but still it may not happen again because now a lot of investors are starting to see that the forward revenue growth is extremely overvalued. The valuation of Palantir is extremely overvalued. There's some investors that believe that it's a better bet to wait for Palantir to drop below $20 to start buying into more shares. Their price target ranges from $12 to $18 a share when it comes to Palantir. But there are also some people that have a $20 to a $22 share price when it comes to Palantir stocks as well. So many people right now are buying a lot of shares of Palantir because it's pretty cheap compared to what it actually was, a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, $45 to $45. It's pretty cheap to what it could potentially be long term. My personal opinion on Palantir, guys, I've been making Palantir videos for a very long time now. I did live stream the demo day, and you guys did have a great response on it. So if you guys were and you guys liked the video, I will probably live stream the double click presentation as well. And just to give you guys the most up-to-date information, just to see the type of reactions that Palantir does have when they do have the demonstration day and show how Foundry is used in the different types of industries. Okay, if that's something you would like, I will gladly do that for you guys just because it's you. I'm that type of nice person for you guys. I'm just trying to help you guys out. But when it comes to Palantir and the share price, I do believe Palantir does have the potential to break out and increase the revenues and increase the type of clientele that they do bring and lower down that forward revenue growth and kind of stabilize the evaluation. Instead of being overvalued, I believe it'll come out to be neutralized in the future, and that is what investors are expecting for. Okay, I believe that even Palantir could have a 32% increase quarter to quarter and year over year. So kind of the revenue, it will outperform what they actually have been said in the previous meetings and the previous conference calls. Okay, now Palantir does have a lot of potential, and a lot of people do believe in Palantir long term. Again, I say this on all my videos, I'm a long-term investor. So I do have Palantir, and I have been buying up shares. Doesn't matter if the price is up or down, I will be buying Palantir because I believe in it long term, and I'm waiting for the profits and the gains long term. Long-term investor, right? So thank you all for watching, guys. Please comment down below what you guys think about Palantir, whether you guys like the company, whether you guys don't like the company, what is a good price point to start buying more shares of Palantir, or what's a good price point to get out of Palantir. Let me know down in the comment section. All right, guys, thank you all for watching. Please remember to give me a big thumbs up. It does help me out. So salutes to you all, guys. Have a great day. Peace out.